Pleasant afternoon, everyone. Let us begin our event today with an invocation to be presented by the SPC Chorale, to be followed by the Philippine National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, kaya sa sinangalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagtatagtutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinagang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagkikinig, ang ituwing at araw niya kailan pa may di magkikinig. Lumagang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Wonderful afternoon, everyone. I would like to acknowledge our international partners for joining us today. Good day dear professors from the postgraduate studies of the National Sun Yat-sen University, and to our dear professors from the Graduate School of San Pedro College. It is such an honor to have you with us. It is a warm afternoon here in the Philippines. What a good day to start this activity. It's like bringing more opportunities for all of us. I can see it coming. These engagements are even more exciting as we add more collaborative projects in teaching and even career and professional development. Today, we will recognize the efforts and commitment of our teachers from the National Sun Yat-sen University and San Pedro College for their passion and dedication to engage in this virtual career professional development. We would also like to recognize our dear alumni. Thank you so much for your participation. To start our event for today, may I request our first speaker. He is an expert and he specializes artificial intelligence and Internet of Medical Things. He also specialized flexible sensor design fabrication, electrochemical biosensor. Ladies and gentlemen, the chair of the Institute of Medical Science and Technology, Professor Xin Chuang. Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Xin Zhuang from Institute of Medical Science and Technology from NSYSU. And so I gonna introduce now, or you gonna introduce all the participants, then I make the presentation. Is it okay?
Sure. All right. Let me continue with my introduction, sir. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Our second speaker, thank you so much, Professor Cheng. He specializes in the natural products in chemistry. He is the chair of Department of Marine Biotechnology and Resources. We have Professor Chi Chuang Liao.
Hello.
Hello, Professor.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Zhizhong Liao from the Department of Marine Biotechnology and Resources. Yeah, nice to see you all, guys.
Thank you. Our next speaker specializes cancer biology, signal transduction, autophagy, assays and biomarkers development, functional genomics, and chemical screening drug discovery. He is from the Institute of Biopharmaceutical Sciences. Please help me welcome Professor Shi Wen Shi.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, my name is Chi Wen Xu, and you can call me Vincent too. I'm from Institute of Biopharmaceutical Sciences of National Sun Yat-sen University. Good to see you guys.
Thank you for your participation, Professor. Our next speaker specializes lab-on-a-chip in isothermal amplification chemistry, epidemiology, and bioinformatics. She is from the Institute of Biopharmaceutical Sciences. Please help me welcome Professor Ling Shen Yu. Can you please turn on your microphone, Professor?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Hello. Yes, we can hear
Hello,
you.
everyone. Yeah, my name is Yuling San. You can call me Betty if you like. And I'm currently an assistant professor at the Institute of Biopharma Sciences in National Zhongshan University. Very nice to meet you.
Welcome, Professor. Our next speaker specializes material science, nanotechnology, smart sensing, energy, and IoT. He is also from the Institute of Medical Science and Technology. Please help me welcome Muhammad Omar Shaikh. Okay, you can turn on your microphone, Professor.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Hi.
you.
I work in the Institute of Medical Science and Technology at Sun Yat-sen as a postdoc, and soon I'll be starting to work as an assistant professor as well. And yeah, I look forward to today's meeting and introducing our laboratory research to all you guys.
Thank you so much, Professor. Right. Our next speaker specializes in synthesis of silver nanoware and its application for artificial intelligence. He is also from the Institute of Medical Science and Technology. Please help me welcome Professor Amit Kumar. Hello, Professor. You can turn on your microphone.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I am Amit Kumar, a student from Institute of Medical Science and Technology. I'm pursuing my PhD here, and I'm working on synthesis of silver nanowires and for the fabrication of temperature sensors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now for our administrators from the postgraduate studies of San Pedro College, we have the Dean of the Graduate School. Please help me welcome Dr. Hazel T. Victoriano.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Hazel T. Victoriano. I'm the Dean of the Graduate School of San Pedro College.
Good afternoon po. And our next speaker, she is the program coordinator of San Pedro College of the BSMLS department. Please help me welcome Professor Chali S. Reyes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chali Shenis Reyes, the program coordinator of the Medical Masters of the Science in Medical Technology program.
Then we also have the nursing program coordinator of the nursing program of the postgraduate studies of San Pedro College, Dr. Samuel Migalios.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Sam Migalios and the program's coordinator for nursing graduate school. Welcome to the conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear administrators. Let us now proceed, Professor Cheng Xin Shuang, for your presentation.
So, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Professor.
Okay, so I have slide, but I am not sure how to upload to show you all guys. But it is the first time I use the program. So, do anyone can tell me how to share?
So you can see the share the screen.
Yeah, share screen, Professor.
Yeah, share the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can click on that.
PPT first.
PPT. Wait a moment.
You can share your window, Professor.
Yes, but let me see what. Wait a moment. Yeah, I turn on the slide, but so do I need to turn on again?
Yeah, you can try it on.
Okay. Wait a moment. So
You have to maximize the presentation so that when you share screen, you can choose among maximize presentation.
So where? Sorry.
Thank you so much for that. Dean Fatima, welcome to the conference. Our Dean
Yeah.
from the Pharmacy Department.
So, wait a moment.
Okay, let us also welcome the Dean of the ABM,
Yes,
Dr. June Prieto. Thank you, Dr. June, for your participation. And of course, the Director of the Internationalization Linkages Office. Thank you so much, Dr. Erwin Fowler, for your
yeah, sorry.
participation.
Yeah, I am not sure how to upload my slide to you all guys.
No, you don't have to upload. You just open a PowerPoint file and then
Share the
you
screen.
can see under the screen. You can there is
Yeah,
a
I can see
sharing
the
screen.
sharing, but I cannot find the item to connect to the room program.
Okay. Professor, okay.
Is he?
She?
Yeah, sorry.
Not yet. We cannot see your PowerPoint presentation. Are you using two screens?
Yes, I use the two screen.
Okay, let me
Okay,
check.
so maybe I go first. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
please, Professor Chuang.
I try
Okay.
again.
Okay.
Or
So wait a minute.
Why not?
Professor Chi Chuang Liao, we are sending a message to you.
Yes.
Okay, how you can operate it, kindly check the
Yeah,
chat
but I
box.
upload my PDF file to the.
So you guys, can you see the screen?
Yes, we can see your screen,
Okay.
Professor.
Okay. So on behalf of the International PhD Program for Science, actually this webinar is supported by this program. So I need to give the introduction about the PhD program for science in our university, and especially for the international student. So in this slide, I think I will introduce this program is actually we have many groups, and all these groups are in our science college. That means every professor in the science college are affiliated with this program. So any type of the research in the science college you can find out, and you can after you join this program, and then you can find a very proper professor, and you can join his lab.
SPC lab, right?
So we have physics, chemistry, mathematics, and synchrotron radiation, and a biomedical science, and the medical science and technology group, and a biological science group. So for example, my institute is Institute of Medical Science and Technology. So I also belong to this program. And actually, we already held this program, started this program for maybe 2 or 3 years. Okay, so last year we also held some activity for international students. So like body talks. So maybe later my student will give you some insight about this activity. And we also provide an English academic workshop for teaching students how to write in an academic paper. And we also provide an internship and a job opportunity. For example, this internship is provided by China Synthetic Rubber Company. But most students are from material science or chemistry. And so they can give you a salary, but you need to go to their company for the internship. For the scholarship, I think in our university, we we have two benefit for you, two advantage for you. First one is tuition is waiver for MASMA for 3 years. So actually you don't have to pay the tuition fee. And we also provide a monthly salary. We call the elite doctoral student entrance scholarship. But right now there is a quota limitation. Okay, so about 100 students per grade. So as far as I know, for the international student is actually quite secure. So actually you can get the 15,000 per month for your living expense. If you try to seeking another scholarship, actually you can get a more scholarship from our Minister of the Education in Taiwan. So you can refer to the Taiwan ambassador. Then you will see the information how to apply this one. So how to apply our PhD program, and there is an online application already open. So please try to find our website. And from January 15 to March 31. So the deadline is March 31. So that means you still have time. And after apply, and then we will get the application review, and we will notify your admission notify will about June 15. Then you need to submit the enroll confirmation by student by the July 15. And the letter of the acceptance by email, you will get the from June 15 to August 15. Okay, depends on the progress. Because and at that time, you still need to, the visa. Okay. So the semester period is, for this March 31 is September. So you're gonna come to Taiwan and enter to our campus by September. So due to the pandemic regulation, so if you try to come to Taiwan, actually there is some regulation here for your reference. So because we have very strong border control, so the quarantine also need, and you also need to give the test before you go on the airplane. Okay. So preparing the enter to Taiwan. So there is the first one is the Office of the International Affairs, NSYSU, will send the student list to the Minister of the Education. Then you can apply the visa. So after student receive the visa, please take the reserve the quarantine hotel and booking the flight ticket first. So once you come to the Taiwan, the border quarantine will quite strict. So then you will need to take the quarantine taxi and go to the quarantine hotel. So there is a 14 days quarantine and 7 days self-health management. So after this, you're gonna save. Okay. So this file actually I will already send to the Dr. Irwin, the director of the International Affairs in St. Pedro College. So if you want this file, please refer to Dr. Irwin. Okay, so next.
I can be back.
Yeah, next I think I will introduce about my institute. Okay, so please wait. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes, Professor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this picture is show you the NSYSU campus is very beautiful, and we have the beach in our campus. And my institute is Institute of the Medical Science and Technology. So we established in 2013. So we already have several graduates. And now we not only provide a master degree, we also have the PhD degree. Okay, so so I think that both ways. So you can apply for the international PhD program, or you can directly apply to our institute. Okay, so both way you can go. But for the master student, you can choose our institute. Okay, so right now we have 8 faculty members in our institute. So as you can see, I'm the chair of this institute, and we have Professor Yang and Professor Liao and Professor Fan and Professor Chen and Professor Lin and Professor Li and Professor Chen. So because our institute is quite young, so we quite enjoying it. Each professor are quite has passion and energy. So I just quick review each professor's specialty. Okay, in our lab, we doing a lot of the immunosensor, and we also doing the IoT sensor. For example, this is for the breath monitoring for the COVID-19, and we also do some paper-based sensor and plastic-based sensor for the urine-based sensing, for example, like chronic kidney disease. And we also do some force sensing and pressure sensing, and we can apply for the endoscope and some if you need a pressure sensing, then we can have a very flexible and fully can not only bendable and also stretchable sensor. Okay, and Professor Yang, his specialty is for the nano biomaterials, and he also doing the liquid-based biosensor, and also another topic is microneedle patch. So they can do the microneedle for the glucose sensing, and virus and the virus like the particle, they also can do some drug delivery. And Professor Liao, her specialty is for the drug and gene delivery system. Okay, and he also focus on the photo-induced tumor therapy. Professor Fan, he come from chemistry, and his specialty is using the optical and the fluorescence microscope to sensing the single molecule image. So they can categorize the protein and the DNA interaction. Professor Chen, he is specialty in simulation, so he can do the protein simulation and also like a antibody simulation. So right now he focus on the drug screening, so they can using a simulation tool to know which drug is better for which protein. And Professor Lin, his lab is doing a brain signal. So now his project is focused on the motion monitoring for the human motion monitoring. And Professor Li, he is using the mass spectrometer. Okay, so he can detect the toxicity. So because he also a medical doctor, so right now he is focused on the emergency, and they can use this mass spectrometer to detect the toxic. And Professor Chen, she is from material science. So right now he is focused on the 3D printing for the artificial bone. Okay, so I think we have a lot of collaborators, including the San Pedro College, and we also collaborate with the local major hospital and this here. I think in our institute, we have very good publication record, and it's a quite multidiscipline. So every kind of student can apply our institute, because we not only accept the engineering student, we also accept the medical college student. Okay, so I think that's all. So if you have any questions, maybe later my postdoc and my student can answer you more. So let's move on to the next speaker, okay?
Thank you so much, Professor Cheng.
Yeah.
So I guess Professor Shi is now ready.
I can be back.
There, we can now see the screen.
Professor Liao can share the screen.
I can
Good.
be back.
Okay.
My name is Zhizhong Liao. Now I'm from the Department of Marine Biotechnology and the Resources. So I just give you a brief introduction about my department. Next. Here is this is Taiwan, and Kaohsiung is in the south part of Taiwan, and the National Sun Yat-sen is across the beach. So you can see the photos of our campus. Okay, next. And I'm working on the College of Marine Science. The marine science is a multiple discipline college. So we have engineering, we have oceanography, and we also have marine biotechnology and the resources. Yeah, next. So I just introduced my department to you all. We have three programs: the bachelor program, master program, and the doctoral program. Yeah, and we the aims for our department is explore and exploit marine bioresources substantially. Okay, next. Yeah, so in my department, we have three divisions. First is marine natural product and chemistry. The second is marine biotechnology, and the last is marine biology. Because for our research, almost based on the marine biology. Okay, next. Yeah, so till now we have three faculties in our department. In marine biotechnology, now we have four factors. Marine biology, we have the other four factors. And in department, in division of marine natural product, sorry. Sorry, back. Yeah, in the marine natural product and the chemistry, we have five factors. Next. Yeah, so because I talked with Professor Zhuang, he told me it's almost the student in Philippines almost is related to the medicine and the pharmacy. So here I just introduced two divisions in our in my department. First is marine biotechnology. Yeah, we have 6 members in the division, and the 2 is cooperator with others. Now, first is Professor Wen Zhihong. His major is animal disease model, and so he can use the animal disease model to screen bioactive compound from marine or the herb medicine. he also majored on the neuron science and the neuron pharmacology. And second is Professor Châu Su-fen. Yeah, her major is biochemistry and molecular biology. And the third is Liang Jun Wang, Dr. Liang Jun Wang. You also can call him Mark. His major is microbiology, especially for host pathogen interaction. Yeah, and the other Professor Lee, Zheming Li, is a major on the plant and alga physiology. But his major is on the biology, so I did not introduce too much about him. And the fourth, the next is Professor Wong, Professor Jingru Wong. Her major is a is a natural product, so she just used the natural product compound from the marine animal, marine organism, or the plants to discover the new compound for drug discovery. And she also established several cell models in her lab. Yeah, so she can do the drug screening in her lab. And the last is Professor Cai, Xinyuan Cai. He is quite young, and his major is on genome data mining. Yeah, so he is a new faculty in my department. Next. And the other is the Marine Natural Product division of the Marine Natural Product and the Chemistry. In the division, the professors almost focus on the natural product compound from marine organisms and plants. And our aim is to discover a new compound or new skeleton of chemicals to use in the medical use, medical application. Yeah, so the first is Professor Xu. His major is organic synthesis, and he did a lot of natural product study from the marine soft coral, and he is a pioneer in Taiwan in the marine natural product studies. And the other is Professor Du Changyi, and he is also focused on the marine and the terrestrial natural product. And next is Yuanbing Zheng. He is a new faculty in my department, and his major is on the novel bioactive natural product discovery from marine invertebrate and the marine organism, and and the plants. And my major, now I introduce myself, and we can go down to the next, because I prepare a slide about me. Please, next. Yeah, I come back to National Sun Yat-sen University for 10 years. And my major is natural product chemistry and spectrum analysis and functional microbial natural product. Yeah, so I just try to cooperate with microbiologists to dig out the new compound from the marine microbial. And also I did a lot of research about the herbal plants to find the active principle from them. Yeah, it's my published and my research topic is about the antimicrobial agents and marine siderophone. Okay, next. And Professor Yuan Bin Zheng, he is alumnus in our department. Yeah, he got a PhD degree in my department in 2007, and he is quite excellent and get the Wu Dayou Young Scholar grant for the Taiwan the most. Yeah, and his major is on the marine invertebrate. His major is discovery the new compound and the active compound from the marine invertebrate. Yeah, next. Now is Professor Jingru Ong. Yeah, and he did a lot of natural product study from the herbal medicine. Yeah, and also he built the she built the cell model screening methods in our department. So we cooperate each other to find the new the new compound new drug. Next. Yeah. As we know, why the natural product is so important, because in the 2050, the Nobel Prize winner in medicine is give the three professors. First is Chamber, and the second is Omura, and the last is Tu Yoyo. All of them did a lot of efforts to discover the active compound from the microbial or the herb to be a drug to treat a human disease. Yeah, next. Next. Yeah, and till now, there are a lot of marine natural product has been used to treat the human disease in clinical. For example, like the compounds I listed on the slide. All of them has been used in clinically, and they are isolated from the marine organism, even from the marine microbial. That's why we think discovering a new drug from the marine is become much important in the future. Next. Next. And so in our department, we have a research team of marine biotechnology. Yeah, and we try to collect different marine organisms from Taiwan environment. Yeah, and then to do the identification and the cultivation, then we try to make the extraction and do the natural product isolation and the structure elucidation by MR or the X-ray. And then we also cooperate with our faculty to do the bioassay, or even to cooperate with the faculty in the chemistry, Department of Chemistry, to do the structural modification and to find out the active compound to do the animal test. And then we also cooperate with the National Museum of Marine Biology and Aquarium to build the marine farming. Yeah, and then we can capture the soft coral or the sponge by ourselves to scale up. Then we can find the candidates from the marine organism. Next. Next. Please, next. Yeah, and in my department, we also have the other program to find out the micro organism can be used as a nutrient or the feedant for the aquarium, aquaculture. Yeah. So we try to use or explore the marine bioresources to discover a new source for human. Next. Next. Yeah, so sorry, back. Yeah, so we have a space in our department. We have a separation system, and we also cooperate with different cooperate with UC San Diego to build the purification system to find out the new compound as possible as we can. And we also hire the genome mining scientists to build to find out the functional genome to synthesize the natural product. So we focus on the antibiotics and even the antifoulant. Okay, next. Next. So in my department, we have an indoor, sorry, back. So in our department, we have an indoor aquaculture room and an outdoor aquaculture space. Yeah. Next. Next. And we also have fully equipment to use for new drug discovery. Okay, next. And in the middle of the photos is the College of Marine Science, and the building. One of the building is our department. Okay, next. Yeah, so we, as Professor Zhuang said, we just try to cooperate, build the international cooperation. So we have cooperated with the Hokkaido University, and we also have cooperation with the University of California at San Diego. And now we have a student from the Sri Lanka and the India. Next. Yeah, so this is our college, and the middle, the center of the photos is the Department of Marine Biotechnology and the Resources. So welcome you come to Kaohsiung, come to Taiwan. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Liao. We shall now proceed to Professor Shi Wenshi for his presentation.
Yes. Let me share my screen. Can you see the slides?
Yes, Professor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, well. Okay. So my name is Zhiwen Xu. You can call me Vincent. And I'm from Institute of Biopharmaceutical Sciences at National Sun Yat-sen University. So our institute is actually just started last year. So we have two faculties, including Dr. Yu and myself. Dr. Yu, she is gonna introduce herself later. So our institute is kind of new, but we are very energetic. So for example, in the last 5 years, we have like 50 papers published in the SCI journal, and we have FWCI is around 3.17. So H index is 23. So I will just start to introduce myself a little bit. My specialty is about chemical and genomics screening and drug development. So because my research interest is about targeted therapy. So basically it can be divided into 2 steps. The first step is therapeutic target development, because we need to know where the target it is. And also the second step is drug discovery. For the first therapeutic target development, we have two strategies. One is the screening for the new targets. Second approach is validation from potential molecules. To screen the new targets, we have genome-wide screening, for example, like siRNA library screening, or NGS, which is known next generation sequence, to find a special, to find a potential target, and then validate it in cell culture animal model or human patients. And another approach is a dry lab approach. We have big data analysis. Basically, we can collect all the data published online and see which molecule is a potential target. Then also validate these potential target in the cell culture and animal model. And for the second step is drug discovery. There are many categories for developed drug worldwide, including small molecule and biologics, and also gene editing or cell-based therapy. So our lab is basically cover most of them, and especially in the small molecule and peptide or RNAi-based development. For small molecule, we have a FDA-approved drug library, and also have Chinese herb library. And also we are trying to collaborate with the Marine Resource Institute to see if we can get an active compound from marine resource. And also we can design the peptide or RNAi to depends on the therapeutic target, protein structure, and gene sequence, and to see if these candidate compounds or peptides RNA can be used as a drug. So we hope our research can get a starting point for the targeted therapy. And we have a lot of internal and external collaboration. So I'm not gonna show all of these here, but we do have a lot of real collaboration with many of them. And also, thanks for your attention, and happy Chinese New Year.
Happy Chinese New Year, Professor.
Yes, thank you.
谢谢. Let us now proceed to Professor Ling Shan-Yu. Hello, Professor. Kindly turn on your microphone. Okay.
Okay, hi everyone. So my name is Betty. Thanks for Professor Shi to introduce our institute. So our institute is just established last year, and I'm also a new professor in our institute. I graduated from Imperial College in 2016, and then I started working in a department of electrical engineering for 45 years. So my research topic is quite multidisciplinary, including medical devices, semiconductor, and also some chemistry. I prepared 2 slides to briefly introduce my research and welcome students who ever have interested in all this topic. So what we're trying to develop is lab-on-chip devices which incorporate with microfluidic and also the method to amplify DNA and RNA on chip. So we're trying to substitute or replace that machine that we've been using in the lab for a long time. My research topic including the multi-pathogen detection and drug-resistant screening, for example, ozone-resistant, which we found quite important for patients. Also, the devices that we were using, CMOS-based ion-sensitive field effect system. My expertise is to develop different types of isothermal amplification chemistry, which can be used and compiled with the chip. So after all this development, we also introducing some sensing systems to be built all together. So we have a handheld device which can detect different pathogens, including COVID-19 and dengue viruses, and so on. So these are details that I've been doing in the past 5 years. And the future that I will be more focusing on detection of antibiotic resistance in species patient and drug resistant screening. So in general, the technology developed in my lab is to solve the problems which we are currently struggling in disease diagnosis and pathogen detection. Apart from academic, I'm also working with some industry partners, including some semiconductor foundry and device manufacturer. So on the right, you can see the devices that we're working with a US company and also a company in Taiwan. Yes, I think that's all. And I welcome students with biology, computing, electrical engineering, biotechnology in general to enjoy our institute and also my lab. So I'm done. So should we, sorry.
You can stop the sharing screen.
Right, okay.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Doctor. Let us proceed to Professor Mohammed Omar Shaikh.
Omar, please open your mic.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
1 minute, please. Hello. How about now?
Yes, we can now see your screen.
Yeah. So this is another beautiful picture of our university, which is taken up from the mountain. And as you can see, it's absolutely stunning. So let me give you a brief introduction about myself. I work in Professor Chuang's lab as a postdoc. Previously, I've completed my bachelor's and master's in material science and engineering from Imperial College in London. And after that, I have spent almost 7 years in Taiwan, where I pursued a PhD and did my postdoc. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Professor,
Okay.
we can hear you.
So basically, let me quickly go on to our research areas, what we do and what we're interested in. So basically, we develop smart systems and devices. And as you know, smart sensors and actuators play a key role in the success of IoT and big data. And so our main goals are, number one, to develop innovative smart sensing and actuating technologies using novel materials, which might be nanomaterials, nanostructures, composites, other smart materials. We also devise innovative ways to power and communicate with these sensors.
And we try to utilize a system integration approach to provide real solutions for the world. So for example, you can see over here, this picture, this is an all printed biosensor, something that we develop in our lab. And you can do the sensing over here. And at the same time, you have a printed battery, you have printed antennas. And this is basically the kind of system, an integrated system that we work on. So let me give you some examples of what we work on. So number one is point of care diagnostics, which means you can do the test anywhere. You don't need to really go to a centralized hospital. And as you can see over here, in the conventional testing procedure, there are several steps involved, which includes collecting the sample, processing, compiling tests, analyzing the results. It's a long procedure, normally takes quite a long time, and it's quite expensive. So using our technologies, we want to detect diseases in a point of care manner early. So for example, we work on several sample, for example, saliva, sweat, urine, and we develop these point of care sensing technologies. And we also develop complementary technologies, for example, smartphone apps, wireless Bluetooth technology, to provide integrated healthcare solutions. So an example of something that we have developed and have been working on for the last 3-4 years is an ultrasensitive immunosensor for detecting bladder cancer in human urine. And bladder cancer is one of the most common malignancies of the urinary tract and has a high recurrence rate. And it must be detected early if there is any chance to provide effective treatment. So what we have done is we have developed, I won't go into too much detail, but basically it's a nano material enhanced sensor, as you can see over here. And that sensor can just be connected to a readout module. You can drop your urine on top, and the sensor will detect the concentration of the biomarker in the urine. And the results can be uploaded to the cloud database, and the doctors can see these results in real time and can provide you feedback. So from our sensor, as you can see, we have already done almost 50 to 60 clinical urine samples, and our sensor shows almost 90% sensitive, 90% accuracy in detecting bladder cancer. Another one that we have done is we developed an oral scope, which we can use for oral cancer detection. So as you know, in Taiwan, there are a lot of people that chew pin lung, which is betel nut, and this gives rise to higher chances of getting oral cancer. And currently, the only way to measure is the doctor touching his finger inside the oral cavity. But using our device, we can quantitatively differentiate between the elasticity of different tissues. And based on that, we can know if the patient has a high chance of getting oral cancer. Another thing that we have done, and this is something that we promote in our lab and in our institute, is innovative ideas that can be used to start up companies that actually have a positive effect on the world. And so one of the spin-off companies that was started by Professor Chuang is called B-Tape. And it is basically a smart tape, completely printed tape that has multiple sensing capabilities. For example, it can know the temperature, it can know the humidity. Also, it can know if your package, so actually, let me just introduce you. So this is the tape, and we put it around the package. And so when the package is transported, we want to detect certain things along the way. For example, if we transport food products, we need to know about the temperature and the humidity so that the food products don't go bad. At the same time, we want to know if the package has been opened or not, or has not been treated properly. So based on this smart tape, we can actually detect all of these useful parameters and hence enhance supply chains. So another thing that we work on, like I said, is not just the sensing, not just developing smart sensors and actuators. We also think about in a real world, how would you power them? So currently the bottleneck for IoT implementation, the Internet of Things, is batteries, because you have all these sensors distributed everywhere. And as you know, the batteries have a limited lifetime. So what happens when the battery runs out? How would you change the battery for each and every sensor around the world? And these are trillions of distributed sensors. So we think about smart ways by which we can actually power these sensors. And one of the ways is by harnessing energy from the surroundings. So mechanical energy, wind energy. So we developed the smart material, which is basically nanofibers, PVDF nanofibers, which are piezoelectric, and they can harness energy from human motion. For example, let me just show you this clip over here. So as we tap this woven device that we have made, you can see that electricity is generated. You can tap on it. So these can be ideas for things like smart shoes or self-powered glucose sensors. A lot of novel ideas could come out of this. So we work on these areas where we try to figure out which ways are good to power these sensors without using batteries. And finally, we also work on additive manufacturing. And this is quite novel because, as you know, most of the 3D printing machines are polymer-based, plastic-based. But we try to do something different, whereby we would like to develop 3D printed metal parts with good precision and good geometric resolution. And this is again something that students are encouraged to do, is collaborate with industry. And so, for example, we collaborated with Quang Thai Metal Company in Taiwan, which is one of the biggest companies for producing metal wires. And they made us this metal wire that is only 100 micrometer in diameter. And the metal wire is fed in, and there is a laser on top. The metal wire melts, and you can move the stage to create layer by layer assembly. And as you can see over here, we have created 3D shapes. We have created, very, very thin walls with high aspect ratios. And so this research is quite interesting and can also be used for 3D printing medical devices in the future. So this is quite interesting. So yeah, that's it. That's pretty much covers up the research that we do, especially in the MANST Lab, in Professor Chuang's lab. And thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so much,
Happy
Professor Dr.
Chinese
Shai.
New Year. Happy Chinese New Year as well.
Yeah, happy Chinese New Year once again. Okay. Now we will proceed to one of the students. Okay. We have Mr. Amit Kumar to present his research.
Okay, I'll be presenting my research on Dr. Omar's one.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Kumar.
Yeah, can you see me? Can you see my screen? Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can now see the screen.
Okay, I'm a PhD student. My name is Amit Kumar, and my professor is Professor Cheng Sing Chang. So this is my today's PPT. So currently, I am working on synthesis of silver nanowires. So this is the reaction and the science behind the synthesis of silver nanowires. So in starting, we mix PVP and silver nitrate and other chemicals to synthesize silver nanowire. So here is the mechanism shown on the screen, how we grow silver nanowires from seeds to ultra long silver nanowires. And these are the results which has been shown here. So in the SEM graph, you can see like we have synthesized silver nanowires of length up to 130 micrometers, and the diameter is shown in TEM picture, which shows the diameter around 50 to 60 nanometers. So the aspect ratio is quite high. And on the right side, you can see the single crystal silver nanowire here. After that, we try to make a transparent conducting electrode, and we make an 89% transparent conducting electrode with around 90% transparency. Apart from that, we know that the silver is not biocompatible. So to increase its biocompatibility, we coated it with gold, and the procedure is shown in this way. So first we take PVP, citric acid, and sodium hydroxide and mix with silver nanowire, and later we add the precursor of gold to coat the silver nanowire with gold. So here is a TEM picture which shows the silver nanowire which has been coated in gold. The outer layer is gold. So which can be confirmed using elemental mapping. So you can see the red color shows the silver part and the green color shows the gold part. And in the picture, we can observe that more than 95% of the AG surface has been covered with gold. After that, as we are working on the sensing technology, so I'm working on temperature sensor. So we make a composite of two polymers, PU and PEG, and mix silver nanowire as a conductive filler. And after mixing them, we draw cast on the printed electrode, and after that we do the sensing. And we use a humidity controlled temperatures. Temperature is a machine that can control the humidity and vary the temperature, so that we can measure the change in the resistance of the sensor. Here you can see one of the property of my sensor. It shows that my sensor is quite stretchable, and this is the normal state, and after 100% stretching, it keeps its properties same, which shows my sensor is quite stretchable. After that, I do the heating test, and when I heated my sensor in front of a IR lamp, we see a complete decrease in resistance of the sensor as we heat it, and we see the change the observed change in the resistance was around 90% of the original resistance. That's quite good. These are some of my results from the composite that I fabricate. So this is SEM results. This is the surface, and this is the cross-sectional area of the sensor. After that, I do the sensing between from 20 degrees Celsius to 75 degrees Celsius, and the resistance the resistance change is quite big between the range 25 to 40 degrees Celsius. After that, I measure the change in resistance versus temperature, and we observed that the delta R by R was quite more than 90% in the range 20 to 75 degrees. After that, we can conclude from here like the change in the resistance is quite high, and which is quite applicable to the human body range. So we can proceed to make a human body sensor. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar. That was a very nice presentation.
Thank you.
Before we continue, let us watch this AVP presentation of the National Sun Yat-sen University. Thank you so much, dear professors. We are grateful for this wonderful opportunity that you have shared to us all your researches. We have learned a lot with all your presentations. Now, we shall proceed to our dear professors and administrators from San Pedro College Postgraduate Studies. Let me call once again the Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Hazel T. Victoriano.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. We will be presenting to you our programs in the graduate school. The Graduate School of San Pedro College is committed to advance the continuing formation of professional men and women into becoming highly competent leaders and partners in the health, teaching, and counseling professions. It aims to develop programs that enhance the competencies of the graduate students, integrate in all academic, research, and community extension programs the institutional core values of truth and wisdom, excellence and quality, family spirit, and sense of caring, respect for the uniqueness of persons, and social responsibility. And lastly, facilitate the formation of graduates to become professionally and morally upright, socially responsive to the needs of the poor and disadvantaged, and with deep concern for the environment. Graduate school operates under the trimestral system. The first trimester starts in June to September, and then the second trimester is October to January, and the third trimester is from February to May. In terms of tuition and miscellaneous fees per trimester, in the master's program for the entire trimester, a student will be spending 7,369.24 pesos or 154 US dollars. For the doctorate program, in one trimester with 9 units, the student will be spending 9,085 pesos or 189 US dollars. In San Pedro College, these are our graduate and postgraduate degree programs. For the master's degree under academic track, we have Master of Arts in Hospital Administration, Master of Arts in Guidance and Counseling, Master of Science in Psychology, Master of Arts in Industrial Counseling, Master of Arts in Nursing, and Master of Science in Medical Technology. For the professional track, we have Masters in Guidance and Counseling, Masters in Psychology, Masters in Industrial Counseling, and Masters in Nursing. For our postgraduate degrees, we have Doctor of Philosophy in Guidance and Counseling and Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing. In behalf of the program coordinator of the MAHA program, I will be introducing to you this program. The MAHA program aims to train graduate students become more effective health facility administrators. Our students in this program are owners of hospitals or heads of the different hospitals, both in the private and public sectors. Then, in behalf of the coordinator for counseling and psychology programs, I will also introduce these programs. We have Master of Arts in Guidance and Counseling. This program is designed to train graduate students to become better persons, more effective professional guidance counselors. For the last 5 years, we have 100% passing rate, and we already produced top-notch, top 1 and top 10 in the licensure exam for registered guidance counselors. The Master of Science in Psychology envisions to train and provide schools, rehabilitation facilities, industries, and the community at large with highly proficient, competent, and passionate professionals in the field of psychology. In the Philippines, this is the newest program, one of the newest program which has licensure exam after taking the master's program. So for the last three years, the licensure exam performance of this program is within 85% passing rate. and we already produced one top-notcher. For the other programs, particularly on the professional track, we have 4 programs. This is a non-thesis program with a built-in practicum and research capsule as the final requirement of the degree. Then we have, for the postgraduate programs, we have academic track, Doctor of Philosophy in Guidance and Counseling. This program is designed to train postgraduate students to become adept not only on the rudiments of counseling practice, but also on the development of skills and techniques that may be used in making diagnosis and effecting interventions to various cases in the helping profession. Graduates of this program are actually working as heads in the different guidance offices, particularly in the private sectors, and some are already having their own psychological clinics. For the rest of the programs, I will now share the time with our 2 other program coordinators who are available today. We have Miss Chali Reyes for Masters of Science in Medical Technology, and for the nursing programs, we have Dr. Sam Migalios.
Thank you, Dr. Hazel Victoriano, for that presentation. We shall now proceed to Professor Chali Reyes.
Good afternoon. You can see my slide.
Yes, Professor.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to share with you what we have in store for the Master of Science in Medical Technology program. In this program, I will be presenting to you the goals of our program, goals, objectives, the pursuing graduate degree, reason, the San Pedro College support, sharing to you our graduates where they are right now, and we hope for the future linkage. Now, the goals would be of this program is to envision, to train and provide schools, health facilities, industries, and the community at large with highly competent and passionate professionals in the field of medical technology. It further aims to produce graduates who adhere strongly to the moral and ethical standards in the practice of medical technology profession, humane in attributes, compassionate in the performance and delivery of their professional services. The objectives: to develop highly proficient and compassionate graduates in their profession who can demonstrate concern on the advancement of medtech service and medtech education, strengthen and deepen the intellectual and scholastic capability of students in order to enhance theory and science-based practice of the profession, enhance and uphold high professional ethical standards in the practice of medical technology, which can lead to the better integrated healthcare system. Develop research capabilities to contribute to the advancement of knowledge in medical technology. The reason for pursuing graduate degrees is that it becomes necessary to embrace the medical technologists with the constant challenges in the advancement of technology, quest for knowledge, and career development to understand the essentials of healthcare and be at pace with the technological developments. San Pedro College is steadfast in responding to the needs of the community and believes with its resources can produce competent graduates and support the faculty development. Hence, I would like to present to you proudly our graduates who are at this time have occupied and hold positions in different colleges and universities. We have some of them earning even degree recognitions in research internationally and locally and internationally recognized. These are our graduates who holds the deanship. We have also assistant dean and a program coordinator. We have also those faculty members who are still working in San Pedro College but holds position in a certain community work for being the chair or the coordinator of certain committee. Then we have individuals who are professional organizations officers as board of directors, as the current officer president and the treasurer. Okay. And lastly, our future engagement, we hope to widen our horizon and maximize the potential and competence with our graduates and faculty members. SPC would like to open the doors for collaboration, linkage, and partnership with National Sun Yat-sen University, which will bring both institutions greater opportunities, more productive research, community extension projects, and academic excellence. With that, we are looking forward for our future engagement with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Chally Reyes. We shall now proceed to Dr. Samuel Migallos for the nursing program.
Okay, once again, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Sam Migallos of San Pedro Graduate School. I'm the coordinator for the nursing programs. I'd like to share to you our programs in the master's and PhD. So the courses we offer for the nursing program is Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing. That is foremost in our program. And we have a lot of students from different colleges, universities, and hospitals in the Philippines attending our program in Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing. The Master of Arts in Nursing, or MAN, and Master in Nursing, or MN. Now, our aim actually is to produce graduate students who have varied opportunities to develop their abilities, desirable attitudes and skills, the delivery of service in nursing education, practice, research, and administration. The PhD in nursing program is designed to prepare expert nurse scholars to assume leadership roles in the practice of the nursing profession and in the healthcare system. The M, or the Master of Arts in Nursing program, is designed to improve the quality of nursing education, practice, research, and administration by developing and increasing the competence of nurses. And the MN program, or Master in Nursing program, is designed and geared towards preparing nurses to become academicians in the field of nursing. Okay, this is a picture of classes we have in one of the classrooms of our PhD in Nursing program. Another one, okay. And these are our graduating students in the Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing. And our motto says, love serves. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the day. God bless, and look forward to collaboration with our partner, National Sun Yat-sen University of Taiwan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sam. At this juncture, we will now welcome some queries, clarifications, or questions from our distinguished participants. Sir Jeremiah, yeah, go Dinas for some queries. Hello,
Hello.
Professor.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Professor.
Am I audible? I would just like to ask, what would be the living setup or accommodation setup when, if possible, accepted for scholarship in National Sun Yat-sen? Because me and my colleagues are interested in applying for the master's program scholarship in Sun Yat-sen, and we're from the Philippines, so we would just like to ask if what would be the living setup there. Are there dormitories, or should we rent a house? So that's it.
Thank you, Professor. Professor Cheng went for a meeting, so may I request Professor Chi Chuang Liao to answer the question. Professor Dr. Liao.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, yeah, I'm not really sure the scholarship for foreign students can get it or not. But we have provided several numbers scholarship for foreign students. Yeah, I have two foreign student, master student from Sri Lanka. They got the scholarship. Yeah, so I think it's possible to apply, but not all can get the scholarship. I think maybe 50% more can get the scholarship. Yeah, as I know, but actually I'm not sure really sure how many foreign students can get the scholarship, but I sure it's not all, but at least half of them can get it. Is it clear?
Yeah, Professor Jeremiah would also wanted to know about the living, yes, let's say the living situation, the board and lodging
Living
maybe.
situation, we have a dorm for foreign student. Yeah, so I think living in the campus will be my cheap. Yeah, and also because the campus of National Sun Yat-sen University is quite isolated. Yeah, so the students, some of them don't like to live in our campus. They prefer to live outside. Yeah, so for example, my foreign student, I have one Indian student and one student from Indonesia, and the other two from Sri Lanka. And the Sri Lanka student live in the dorm in the campus, and the Indonesia student also live in the dorm in the campus, and the Indian student just live with his friends and live outside. Yeah, so you have a lot of choice. Just depend on you like. But National Sun Yat-sen University provide, I think, enough space for a foreign student for living. So it will be no problem. But you need to pay. Okay.
Okay, so that is not part of the package of the scholarship. So they have to spend
Yes.
for it. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much. Are there some more questions from our participants?
Yeah, I think Professor Zhang's PhD student can provide some comment about the living and the scholarship, I think.
Yeah. I am Amit. I'm a PhD student from India, and I am living in the dormitory. And there are 3 to 4 dormitories available here, depending upon the price. Like in international dormitory, you have to pay 17,000 for 6 months. And in local dormitory, where most international dormitory is quite not expensive, but expensive than the local dormitory.
Mr. Kumar, I think you are using two devices. Are you? Yeah, or maybe you are closer to another device that is also part or a participant of Zoom. Yeah, thank you for that. You may continue, Mr. Kumar.
Can you listen to me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I mean, if you apply as an international student, there is possibility you get 12,000 per month if you are among the good students the university choose. That's the university scholarship for master. For masters, and for PhD is 15,000 per month. There is no tuition fee waiver for the master student. There may be dormitory free or may not be free depending upon the evaluation process of the university. Apart from that, the dormitory fee is 17,000 for 6 months in international dorm only. And if you live in local dorm is 8,500 for 6 months. So it depends upon like your choice, what you want to choose and where you want to live. Some people also live outside, depending upon their private space or something. Yeah, that's it about scholarship for master. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar. Okay, so we have already noted the rates, okay, of the living expenses. Okay, there's another question, Professor. This is from Miss Meryl Louis Matus. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to ask if there are preliminary qualifications to be admitted to any programs. Like, for example, if I am interested in biotechnology, should I have a background in engineering or such? Yeah, I think it's a pre-course, like a prerequisite program that you require before applying to any of the programs that you're offering.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, if you want to apply the Department of Marine Biotechnology and Resources to do the drug discovery, the student had better to have the background about the chemistry and the biology and even biochemistry. It will be better. Yeah, and I think for the master program, the chemistry or biochemistry is a basic. And if I prefer the student come to pursue the PhD program, then the organic chemistry and biochemistry and even the cell biology will be better. Yeah, that's all. So you don't need to have a marine science. Don't worry about that. Yeah. So if you are interested to discover the new drug from marine, welcome to join our department.
Thank you, Professor Liao. Now, there's another question here. Okay, this is addressed to San Pedro College Graduate Studies. They're asking about the next enrollment. When is the next enrollment for PhD or a master's in San Pedro College?
The enrollment for the third trimester will be on February 6 to 19, and the class start will the third trimester class will start on February 20, 2021. Still, it is online as according to CHED regulations.
Thank you so much to our dear Dean of the Graduate Studies. Okay. And there's another one for Professor, anyone from the National Sun Yat-sen. Do you offer online classes for the PhD courses?
Online PhD, I'm not sure. In the National Sun Yat-sen University, we have discussed about online before, online course before, but till now, it is not really open. Yeah, so actually, I'm not sure now is possible to get the PhD degree online, take the lecture online. It's good issues. I think I will send the message to the international center and ask them is it possible or not. Sorry, I cannot answer you now.
It's okay, Professor Dr. Liao. So maybe are you now having a face-to-face classes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So students are now attending classes in your school. You don't have an online
we
class.
have for last semester and even last semester last year because of COVID-19, then the student could not come to take lecture in class. Yeah, so we have a video. We have prepared a video in the internet, and the student can take it. But it's just for undergraduate student, not for the graduate student, because I think even in my department or even in the departments in College of Science, the student in the master program student or PhD program student almost need to enter the needed to enter the lab to do the experiment. So take a lecture online is no problem, but do the experiment it will be impossible to online. Okay. Yeah. So for our department, all the students need to write down their thesis, depend on their experimental results. Yeah. So I prefer. I think it would be hard to just get the take the lecture and to get the PhD degree. That's all.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor Doctor. Okay. I think those are just some of the queries, and our participants will just send some of their queries to your website. Okay. We would like to thank you for your time and presence today to our dear professors from the National Sun Yat-sen University and San Pedro College. Okay, to formally close our event today, may I request Dr. Erwin M. Fowler, the Director of the Internationalization and Linkages Office of San Pedro College, for his closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Olivine, and also to our staff from Internationalization and Linkages Office, and also to our our partners from the National Sun Yat-sen University, to our guests, our professors and partners from the National Sun Yat-sen University, headed by Professor Cheng, and also by our beloved professors here, and our postdoctoral student, and also the PhD student from the National Sun Yat-sen University, and also to our very own professors from the postgraduate studies of San Pedro College, Philippines. Madayaw kanatong tanan, good afternoon to all. In behalf of San Pedro College, we would like to thank the National Sun Yat-sen University for this warm collaboration for our degree and postgraduate programs, and the opportunities for possible research, internship, postgraduate career advancement of our student and faculty. And also we have some guests and also some participants here from all over the Philippines. We have also participants from Bicol University and also other parts that are very interested with these programs. I would say that the new generation now in this present era is very fortunate for the internationalization, collaboration, and widen their career opportunities in their future. You have already heard sophisticated researches from our postdoc and also from our PhD students from the National Sun Yat-sen, and our professors really are very evident of their expertise in their field. If I would be given a chance to go into my next further, maybe another 3 PhD student and my third PhD career, and also soon to be my postgraduate opportunities, I would say I will go to National Sun Yat-sen University because they have a very, very wide expertise with this. Not only with that, but also with San Pedro College. If I am enrolled in San Pedro College, I would be very fortunate. Why? Because if I am going to be a master and a PhD student, they will have a wider opportunity then for internship, research, and of course, they in the next after this COVID-19, they will have this face-to-face with our experts from the National Sun Yat-sen University. So why wait until tomorrow to enroll in these prestigious universities that you have? Now, remember to plan for your career, prepare your documents then to enroll in San Pedro College and also in the National Sun Yat-sen University. Don't waste your time. Enroll, plan, prepare your future, prepare your documents, and apply now. Because this will be your chance. The chance is not actually tomorrow, but it is actually today. I would say I will contact Professor Ching, Professor Chi Wen Shu, and also Professor Betty, and all the rest. I would really contact them. And also Professor Hazel and Professor Charlie and Dr. Sam with this opportunity because really they are really guiding you in terms of your career. You are very fortunate because in our time, no one actually pushed us in terms of our career path. But now, due to our international partners and collaborators, we are widening our scope for the career advancement in the future, not only for yourself, but also for the country and for the people, for the Filipino people. And with this, San Pedro College in partnership with the National Sun Yat-sen University is now ready to accept new and dynamic students for this 2021 to the rest of the year. Don't forget the deadline for San Pedro College, that will be February. For the National Sun Yat-sen, that will be for March. Don't forget that very, very least of that deadline because that will mark your future and that future is now. So register now. And once again, thank you very much to the National Sun Yat-sen University and the postgraduate program of San Pedro College. In advance, to our beloved Taiwan partners, Kong He Fat Choi, CCN to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Erwin M. Fowler, for that very inspiring message to everyone. So now we come to an end. We're looking forward for our future collaborations with you. Thank you so much, dear professors, doctors, and our guests and participants. Have a good day. Keep safe.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, professors.
Thank you, professors.
Huh? We will be posting the evaluation. Then let's have our kindly check the chat box for our evaluation. Once again, thank you very much.